So here's the last part of our notes. We're going to go over example 3. So here it says, use 2 methods to find a leg length. Find the value of x using the definition of tangent. Then we're going to find the value of x using the 30, 60, 90 triangle theorem. We're going to compare our results. Okay, let's talk about the tangent. Okay, so this is what we did in our example 2. Okay, so remember, tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so remember, when we are doing this, we have to use the acute angle. So we never use the 90 degrees. In this case, we have to use the 30 degrees. So now let's find the opposite and adjacent sides here. So the opposite side of 30 is going to be your 5 square root of 3, because that's a cross. And then the side that is closest to our 30 is going to be x, because that's adjacent there. Okay, let's set this up. We have tangent of 30 equals, we do our opposite, 5 square root of 3 over x. Okay, don't forget, here we're going to create a proportion. Anytime you need to change something into a fraction, you put it over 1. So now we cross multiply. I get x times tangent of 30 equals 5 square root of 3. Now from here, to get my x all by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by tangent of 30. So this changes here, so I get x equals. This is where you need to use your calculator skills. So let's do this together here. Okay, so we have 5 square root of 3. So I'm going to put this in parentheses, so I have 5. And then I do my second, and then x squared to give me a square root, 3. And then on this, I have to arrow over. For those using a scientific, you'll just have to close it with 2 sets of parentheses. Here, if you're using a graphing, just 1. Now divided by, once again, parentheses. And then we're going to do tangent. So remember to go there, you go to the x to the negative first, and then go all the way to tan. And then our angle here is going to be 30, so I put 30, and then 2 sets of parentheses, and then I press enter. And then from there, I get 15. So my x is equal to 15. Okay, now we're going to try the 30, 60, 90 triangle and see what answer we get there. So this is kind of basically just a review of what we've done before. Now, you might be wondering, well, why are we using the 30, 60, 90? Well, if we look here, notice that we have our 30 degrees, right? So we can assume we have to use the 30, 60, 90. We can't use anything else. So here, what we're going to do is we are going to draw the general form of the 30, 60, 90 triangle, okay? So remember we have, I'm going to put 30 in the bottom here just to kind of make it work a little bit. I'll make this a little bit bigger so my angles work. There we go. So I have 60 and 30 because I'm going to put 60 up here. Okay, so remember our 30 is the short leg. That's going to be 1. So I'm going to put SL. And then across from the 60, that's going to be square root of 3. That is our long leg. And then across from the 90 is always our hypotenuse. So that's going to be 2. Okay. So we can also label that in our original triangle. Okay, so basically from the 30, that is our short leg. Okay. And then from the 60, that is our long leg. Okay, now let's go ahead and create our proportion using corresponding sides. I always start off with x. So x is my long leg. I look for my long leg here. I get square root of 3. Okay, now the only other value we have on the side, don't use the angles, is the 5 square root of 3. Okay, that's our short leg. And then on our general triangle, the short leg is 1. So now I cross multiply. And so I get x equals 5 square root of 3 times square root of 3. We can multiply the square roots of 3's because both the 3's are underneath the square root sign. So now I have 5 square root of 9, okay? Now 9 is a perfect square. So now I'm going to make that and change it to 5 times square root of 9 is 3, and I multiply 5 times 3 to give me 15. So notice when we did both methods, we got the same answer. So basically how we can compare is saying that they both fit the same value. So on this one, if we use the tangent definition, so the tangent ratio, or if we use the 30, 60, 90 theorem, we get the same answer or the same value. Okay, make sure if you have any questions over 7.5, you contact me. And don't forget to work on the homework assignment. See you guys later.